word on the street. So this is really going crazy. We got two Memphis pastors reacting to Big Juice's funeral. And it was really crazy, bro. The first pastor is Pastor Matthew. Pastor Matthew was the one that was blasting the whole situation, exposing all the information that we needed ahead of time before Big Juice's funeral. And the second pastor was the pastor where the Big Juice funeral was held in Memphis, right? The New Direction Church, Pastor Spencer. And I will let you all get to what they got to say about this situation, man. Check it out.
Now we treat drug dealers, gangsters, like the President of the United States. This is the most foolish shit that I've ever seen. And I've been around the funeral business for many years. Yes, it's tragic that Big Jook was killed, but this foolishness on a funeral is fucking ridiculous. 30 or 40 private security guards with AK-7s, metal detectors, the whole entire Memphis Police Department detail for a funeral. Now you've also pulled in the Shelby County Sheriff's Department as they are on their way to travel and plant his ass at Memorial Park Cemetery. All of the exits on 385 East have been blocked by the Shelby County Sheriff's Department. This is the most foolish bullshit I've ever seen. You know, while all of these police officers are in Hickory Hill, what is going on in Hickory Hill? Is any crime today? Today, shit, every crook that wanted to work could work and not get caught, because the police is more concerned about a damn dead man than the living. A waste of taxpayers' money. But then, when have they ever gave a fuck?
Y'all, I need your prayers this morning. I know I pray for you a lot, and we pray for each other. But I need you praying with and for me this morning. We're praying for protection. Praying for protection. You know, I preached Sunday about Nehemiah. Nehemiah was rebuilding the wall in his city. The walls had been torn down, had been burnt down, and thieves were coming in and taking what they wanted. And Nehemiah was cupbearer to the king, and he took a risk and told the king that his heart was broken over the condition of his city, and the king gave him a grant to go and rebuild the wall. But as I told you on Sunday, whenever you take position, you're always going to have opposition, and the ops begin to make threats toward the builders of the wall because they benefited from the walls being torn down, and they threatened to kill Nehemiah and the workers while they were rebuilding the wall. And Nehemiah prayed, Lord, boomerang any ill will that they had toward us, let it come back on them. Do not hold them guiltless for their sin. And Nehemiah continued to rebuild the wall with weapons in one hand and tools in another, and they watched and prayed while they were rebuilding the wall. We got a call the other day, right after I preached that sermon. Got a call on Monday to request us to host a funeral at our church. It's not uncommon for us to get requests to hold funerals at our church. That's what churches do. This particular family had no other place to go to hold their funeral. The Mims family. Young man was shot down the street from our church a couple of weeks ago. And his family reached out for us to have the funeral. And without hesitation, I said yes, because her mother had lost her son, children had lost their dad, and siblings had lost their brother. We've done all kinds of funerals at our churches, but this funeral was different because this is Yo Gotti's brother. There's been a lot of speculation about his death, and a lot of people afraid of retaliation. But I just believe that when you do the right thing for God, and do it for the right reason, that God will protect. I want to give refuge and sanctuary to a family that is grieving, and yet there are ignorant people who are trying to stir up hostility and hoping something bad comes out of this. I'm praying that as we rebuild our community and stand up and say enough killing, there's enough killing in our city. I believe that when we stand up for what's right and to bring hope and healing to a family that's hurting, that God will stand up for us. So I solicit your prayers as we host the homegoing of this young man that was killed today, that we might be able to give hope to this family, and God might guard against the hostilities of anybody who would try to do anything evil on this day.
Word on the street. So listen up, bro. Let's get to Pastor Matthew. So he posted this on Facebook as well and said all LZs on 38E are blocked for funeral procession. Then they act like he was the president. And the second thing he said also, CJ, if all the police going to be at the funeral, who is going to be watching the living? So, bro, it was really crazy. Pastor Matthew wasn't trying to play easy or stuff like that, because a lot of people also said a lot of things that he responded to. He was like, Big Jook is dead. This man, was a drug dealer. Why do you all want to protect his funeral and stuff like that? I think, he had issues with that, but, we living in the world that whenever you're saying the truth, bro, people is going to be coming against you. People don't want to hear the truth. So I feel like pity was in his mind, and it was really crazy. Then the second pastor that we had is Pastor Spencer, the church, the New Direction Christian Church in Memphis, where Big Jook's funeral was held. And he was talking about protection because he knew that a lot of people was targeting the funeral. He wanted God to protect the funeral and stuff like that. He was talking about the ignorance of people and how, Big Jook's family called him up for the funeral and stuff like that. So he had to head it. Now, let me make you all understand this, bro. It was really crazy for Big Jook's funeral, right? Because the Memphis Police Department, bro, they already know that they effed up the first time, right? Because there's a lot of killings going on in Memphis lately. Every day, people are getting shot. Every day, crimes is happening and stuff like that. And let me tell you all this, man. The Big Jook killers, they are nowhere to be found. I don't think they're ever going to find the people that killed Big Jook. That's not going to be possible, bro. Because these guys, they came to take that hit on Big Jook. They were really smart, right? Came in, nobody's seen how they look. Nobody was able to spot what they were wearing. None of that. You feel me? So it was really crazy. So these two pastors, the first pastor, Pastor Matthew, reacting to the situation was still so. Then the second pastor that was talking about it was still so, because he was getting a lot of threats, bro. There was a lot of threats. People letting him know that, the people that killed Big Jook are going to pull up. There was going to be violence and stuff like that. But due to the amount of securities and protection that you got for that funeral, right? There was nothing that happened, because these people can't possibly pull up. So it was really crazy, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, bro.